right. Good morning. So hopefully you are feeling this new moon energy. So the theme for this week is riding on waves. And we visit this theme quite often, but I feel like every moment we want to take it as opportunity for us to grow. So riding on any waves will give you more opportunities to learn. Um, that's I that's my theme in my life too. So everything is an opportunity to grow. Um, yeah. Okay. Being said, let's find a comfortable seat. Finding your either cross-legged kneeling, anything that supports you well at this moment. Taking a moment to settle your sits bones on the ground. Taking a quick body scan wherever you are. And being curious to what is the opportunities that we can get. Maybe each breath, even each heartbeat. In daily life, you are already riding on waves of breath. Let's continue the journey with that. Taking a moment to set an intention for today's practice, if there is any, or dedicating your practice to somebody else or something else. Reach your palms together, letting the base of your thumbs slightly lifting up your sternum. Releasing your chin towards your chest. Gently opening your eyes, focusing on one point, and the fingertips format. Slowly bring your gaze forward. Reach your arms up towards the sky, interlace them fingers, sending your palms up, taking a slight back bend. Exhale, reach your palms forward, rounding your back. Inhale, lifting up, opening the front body. Exhale, round. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, round. Inhale, come back to the center. Release your hands behind your hips. And then shift on your hands. Bring your feet forward, hips width. Or if you have the mat in the length, you can bring your feet to the mat width. And then release your knees to one side, to the other. Just taking a moment, creating a little mobility in your hips. As you move one side to the other side, you are lubricating your joints. And then once your knees reach to the right side, lift your torso upright. And then bring your right foot kind of against your left, and then you can bring your left foot closer to your left hip if this is feeling comfortable. And then inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky. Exhale, twist to your right side. Inhale, come back to the center. And twisting to your left. Inhale, come back to the center. Release your left arm out to the side, opening the right side of your body. Inhale, lifting your torso upright. Turn your navel towards your right knee and then lean forward. Slowly lifting your torso upright. And then come back to the seated position. If you remember which legs you are crossing, switching your crossing legs. Extending your arms up towards the sky, interlace them fingers, sending your palms up, taking a slight back bend. Exhale, reach your palms forward, rounding your back. Inhale, lifting up, opening the front body. Exhale, round, opening the back body. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, round. Inhale, come back to the center. Release your hands behind your hips. And then shifting on your hands, open your feet. Again, release your knees to one side, to the other. And then as you're moving, visualizing you're creating more space in your hip joints. And then once your knees are moving to the left side, coming on your seat, you can press your left foot into the right thigh, have your right foot closer if that's available. Inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky. Exhale, twist to your left. Inhale, come back to the center. And twisting to your right. Inhale, come back to the center. Release your right arm up to the side, opening the left side of your body. And lifting your torso upright, bring your navel facing towards your left knee and leaning over your left leg. Slowly lifting your torso upright. And coming into seated position. If you feel comfortable, you can come to the seated position. If you prefer to moving into tabletop, you can do that in the tabletop. And then first, let's shift forward and back. Because we are going to move our hands a lot today. So you can circle, creating more mobility in your wrists. And then let's turn the fingers to the side. You can shift side to side, forward and back. Circle. And then now turning your fingers towards your knees. And then you can shift forward and back, side to side. And then bring your fingers in and shift forward and side to side. You come back to the center. Now let's bring the creating the light fist and pressing into the tops of your palm. And then you're gonna open your fingers and open for a moment. If you need to keep your elbows softened, please do. And then let's turn your fingers towards each other. And then we're gonna open and close. You can straighten your arms or bend. And then fingers pointing towards your legs. And fingers open and close. And then bring your fingers outside and close and open. And then take a time. You can circle your wrists. And when you're ready, moving into downward facing dog. Taking your time, pedal your feet. Opening the back of your legs. As you inhale, lifting your heels. Softening your knees, look towards your hands. Taking a slowest walk to the front of your mat. Moving into forward fold. Uttanasana. You might want to keep your knees softened, maybe reach for your elbows. Swing your torso side to side or gently shaking your head, yes or no. And releasing your hands down towards the mat. Softening your knees, slowly roll up. One vertebra at a time. Coming up to standing Tadasana mountain pose. Letting your energy moving into your feet. Letting your energy moving through your legs. Through your hips, through the spine towards the crown of the head. Lifting your energy up towards the sky at the same time, grounding your energy down to the earth. Inhale, reach your arms up, taking a slight back bend, lifting your sternum up towards the sky, lengthening your tailbone down towards your heels. Exhale, hinging from your hip joints, forward fold, softening your knees if you need to. And then you can bend your knees fully. And then planting your palms down. If you cannot plant your palms, you can use the blocks. So you might need to bend your knees a lot. And then from here, shifting forward, moving on your tippy toes. And then shift back on your heels, lift your toes. Again, moving up on your tippy toes and heels. Rock forward and back for a moment. And then when you rock forward, maybe you can press into your hands a little bit more so you can feel a little engagement in your core. And when you're ready, step your feet back into downward facing dog. Lower your knees down to the mat. I'm sorry, I'm just laughing because when I sit downward facing dog, if I felt like I sit downward facing duck. Sorry, it's just funny to me. Anyways, here, finding the really nice, long, neutral spine. So you're pressing firmly into your hands. You're not dropping your belly down like a cow, or you're not pressing back like a cat. So really finding the firm, neutral spine. Pressing into your hands, tuck your toes, and then lifting your knees, maybe 1 or 2 inches off the mat. Keep lengthening through your tailbone and crown over the head, reaching forward for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release your knees down. Inhale, reach your sternum forward. Now you can move into cow. Opening the front body, and as you exhale, press into your hands, round your back, and then kind of empty your belly. So you're kind of vacuum sealing your belly. Inhale into cow. Exhale, press into your hands, vacuum seal your belly. And then come back to the neutral spine again. Really finding stable form, nice stable top. And pressing it through your hands and toes, lift your knees. Lengthen the crown of the head forward, tailbone reaching away from your crown of the head for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release your knees slowly down into cow. And then exhale, vacuum seal your belly. Inhale into cow. And then exhale, hug your navel up towards the spine. And then come back to the neutral spine. If you start feeling too much on your wrist, you can come up on the fist, or you can use the blocks. Again, pressing into your hands and toes, lift your knees. And then from here, without curling your torso, try to bring your right knee. And then back. You're not rounding. Try to keep the tabletop. Your back may round a little bit. And left knee to your left arm. Right knee to the right arm. And down, left knee to the left arm. And down, release your knees into cow. And then exhale, vacuum seal your belly. Inhale, come back to the neutral spine, moving into downward facing dog. You might want to pedal your feet, opening the back of your legs. Inhale, reach your right leg back and up. Step forward in lunge. Inhale, reach your sternum forward. Left knee down. Exhale, hips back. Can you press into your hands and round your back like a vacuum sealing? Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, hips back. Press into your hands. Vacuum seal your belly. If you can, lift your right leg. Inhale, reach forward. You can also use the blocks. Exhale, hips back. Press into your hands. Vacuum seal. Maybe lift your right leg. Inhale, reach forward. Taking a twist to your right side. Releasing your right hand down to the mat. Turn your left toes to the right, to the right. And then reach your right arm up towards the sky. Maybe lifting your right foot to the hip level if you feel okay to do so. Extend your right arm by your ear, inhale. And as you exhale, try to bring your knee and elbow towards each other. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to the elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to the elbow. Inhale, extend. Knee to the elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to the elbow. Inhale, extend. Release your right hand, right toes down, facing to the back. And then now you're gonna, if you don't feel comfortable sitting on your right heel with your right sit bone, please use your block. You can kind of moving into pigeon leg, where we are sitting from other side. You're sitting on your heel. Yeah. So you're sitting your left hip on your left heel. And then that's fine, like leaning forward, finding the length. If you feel comfortable pressing to your right, top of the right foot, lift your knee like you're moving into up dog. And then keep that engagement. Lift your torso a little bit higher. Feeling the opening in to the front of your right hip. And releasing your right knee, step back into downward facing dog. Inhale, shifting forward into plank pose. And lower as you'd like to, maybe through chaturanga if you're ready. Inhale into back bend. Exhale into downward facing dog. Inhale, lifting your heels. Softening your knees, look forward, step, walk, float forward. Inhale, lengthen the spine, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach arms all the way up with a slight back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthening the spine, flat back. Softening your knees again, shift forward and back. Moving on your tippy toes, roll on your heels. And again, as you roll forward, press into your hands, push the floor away. And then step your feet back into downward facing dog. Lower your knees down to the mat, finding the nice long spine, neutral spine. Pressing into your hands and toes, lift your knees. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release your knees, inhale, reach your opening your front body. Exhale, round, vacuum seal your belly. Inhale into cow. Exhale, vacuum seal. Inhale, come back to the neutral spine. Tuck your toes, lift your knees. And then bring your left knee close to your arm. And down. Other knee. And down. And left knee. Sorry, I'm doing the same side. And then release. Right knee. And down. Inhale into cow. So instead of kind of dropping your belly, finding the length. So you're separating your lower ribs and then the rim of your pelvis, the front of your pelvis, away from each other. And then exhale round. Vacuum seal. Inhale into cow. And exhale round.
And bring your legs, hips back into downward facing dog. Inhale, lifting your left leg back and up. Step forward in lunge. Lower the right knee, inhale, reach your sternum forward. And then exhale, hips back, straighten your left leg, pressing to your hands, round your back, kind of vacuum seal your belly. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, hips back, press into your hands, vacuum seal, maybe lift your left leg. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, hips back, press into your hands, lift your left. Inhale, reach forward, twisting to your left side. Releasing your left hand down, turn your right toes to the left side. Walk your hands towards the front of your mat, moving into supported side plank. Again, your back, lower foot up to you, where you want to put it. Keep it. And then maybe lift your left leg off the ground. Extend your left arm by your ear. Inhale. Exhale, bring your knee and the elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to the elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to the elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to the elbow. Last one, inhale. Exhale, knee to the elbow. Inhale, extend, release your left hand, the left foot down. And then sitting on your right heel. Again, let's lean forward for a moment. Pressing into your left, top of the left foot. Lift your knee, like up dog. You're really engaging your leg. And then you might want to lift your torso upright. You may feel the openness on the front of your left hip. And then releasing your left knee. Step back into downward facing dog, moving through your flow. Skip your flow. Moving to downward facing dog. Inhale deeply. Exhale, release out. Inhale. Releasing out. Taking 5 more breath cycles in down dog. We'll lower your knees down into child's pose. Once you feel ready, moving into downward facing dog. Inhale, shifting forward into plank pose, finding the nice stable plank. And as you inhale, reach your sternum forward into plank cow. And then as you exhale, press your hands round your upper back. Inhale into plank cow. And then exhale, plank cat. Inhale into plank cow. And then exhale, plank cat. And then press your hips back into downward facing dog. Lifting your right leg back and up. Step forward in lunge. Inhale, reach your sternum forward. Exhale, hips back. Plant your palms and press into your hands round your back. So you can come up on your left tippy toes and press, press, press. Inhale, bend your right knee, reach forward. Again, if you need to use the blocks, please do. Actually, this is much accessible to find what we want to engage. Inhale, reach forward. And then exhale, hips back. Maybe press into your blocks and lift your right leg. Inhale, reach forward. Twist to your right side. Releasing your right hand down, lower your left heel, opening up into warrior two. Inhale, reversing your warrior. With your left hand, let's take a bind. If you feel comfortable, you can release your hands to the right hip, or if you can get your hand to the thigh, let's get that. And then straighten your right leg. You are using this hand to pull your pelvis, the right hip, towards the left side. Moving into triangle pose. And using your back arm to lean back. Softening your right knee here, reversing your warrior. Release your hands down to the mat. Turn your right toes in. Moving into wide legged forward fold. Taking anything that feels great, you can rock forward and back on your feet. If you'd like to moving into headstand, please do. And when you're ready, turning your left toes out. Moving into warrior two. Inhale, reversing your warrior. Release your hands down to the mat, moving through your choice of flow. Skip your flow, we'll meet in downward facing dog. Inhale, lifting your right leg back and up. Exhale, knee to your nose, shoulders over your wrists. Inhale, pressing back. Exhale to your right armpit. Inhale, pressing back. Exhale to your left armpit. Staying here, moving into fallen triangle, taking your variation. Releasing your left hand down, right leg back, and up into down dog split. Opening your hips, press your right foot up towards the sky. So your pelvis is open to the right. And then now square your hips. So if you can see your right toes are pointing. And then again, open your pelvis to the right. And then turn your pelvis, square your pelvis. And then opening up. And then square your pelvis. Opening up. You can bend your right knee. You might want to stay here, moving into wild thing. Releasing your right hand down to the mat. Step forward in lunge. Inhale, lifting your torso upright, high lunge. Opening your arms up to the T shape. Left arm over the right. You can hug your shoulders or eagle arm. Now you're gonna bring your left leg behind your right leg.
and then cross your leg and bend your left knee. Recross your right leg into Garudasana. And then from here, inhale, reach your knees and then elbows away. Exhale, together. Knees and elbows together around your back. Inhale, separate your knees and elbows. And then exhale, bring them together. Inhale, separate. Exhale, together. Inhale back to the center, unwind your arms and legs. Swing your right leg back and up into down dog, standing split. And then from here, open your right hip. And then square your pelvis. And then opening your hips. And square your pelvis. Opening your hip. And then square your pelvis. Softening your left knee, landing into lunge. Walk your hands to your right side, moving into Skandasana. And then shift to the other side. And then shift to other side. If you have the blocks, you can transfer the block. Step back into downward facing dog, moving through your choice of flow. Skip your flow, we'll meet in downward facing dog. Inhale deeply. Exhale, release out. Inhale. Releasing out. Lower your knees down into child's pose. Softening your breath. Nice work, everyone. If you feel like you will start feeling on your wrists, you might be pressing a little bit too much into the heel of your hands. So you might want to bring your energy a little bit more to the base of your fingers, into the finger pads. I'm not saying to lift the heels of your hands, but bringing your energy into the front part. Like if this was your feet, you don't want to put weight only on your heels, right? You want to put it on the balls of your foot and your toes. So same thing on your hands. Once you feel ready, moving into downward facing dog. Again, but if you start feeling tired on your wrists, come up on your fists. This is a little bit more challenging, but you can do that too. Moving into plank pose, stay in plank. Reach your sternum forward. If you prefer to go into up dog, you can. And then exhale round. Inhale into plank cow. Exhale, plank cat. Inhale into plank cow. And plank cat. Come back to the neutral spine. Send your hips back into downward facing dog. Lifting your left leg back and up. Step forward in lunge. Inhale, reach your sternum forward. Exhale, hips back. Straighten your left leg. Press into your hands. Scoop your belly in, vacuum seal. Inhale, bend your left knee, reach forward. Exhale, hips back, press into your hands. Lift. One more time, inhale, reach forward. Again, you can use the blocks. Exhale, hips back. Press under your shoulders, I forgot to mention. And lift up, maybe lift the front leg.
Inhale, reach forward, twisting to your left side. And releasing your right heel down, moving into warrior two. Inhale, reversing your warrior. Reach your right hand behind you towards your left hip, or if you can catch your top of the left thigh, let's do that. Straighten your left leg. You're using this hand or from your back. Pull your right hand, drag your left hip towards the right side. So you can feel this open. And you can release your left hand down, maybe leaning back into the arm behind you. Softening your left and inhale, reversing your warrior. Release your hands down to the mat. Turn your left toes in, moving into wide left forward fold. Again, if you'd like to moving into tripod, maybe shift your hips side to side. Maybe walk your hands one side to the other or twist. When you're ready, turn your right toes out to the side, opening up into warrior two. Inhale, reversing your warrior. Release your hands down to the mat. Moving through your choice of flow, skip your flow. Or meeting downward facing dog. Inhale, lifting your right leg. Meant to say left leg back and up. Exhale, knee to your nose, shoulders over your wrists. Inhale, pressing back. Exhale to your left armpit. Inhale, pressing back. Exhale to your right armpit, staying here. Moving into fallen triangle, taking your variation. Releasing your right hand down. Left leg back and up into down dog split. Opening your hips, keep your leg extended. And then square your hips. And if you can see your left toes, make sure your left toes are pointing down. And then opening your hips. And square your hips. And again, open and square. And now open, bend your left knee. You might want to stay here, moving into wild thing. Releasing your left hand down to the mat. Step forward in lunge. Lifting your arms up, high lunge. Opening your arms to the T shape. Right arm over the left. You can hug your shoulders or moving into eagle arm. And then send your right leg behind your left leg, crossing. Shifting on your right foot, bending both knees, moving into Garudasana. And we're going to take a cat and cows here. Inhale, really lift your elbows and arms. Elbows and arms, elbows and knees. And then exhale, round. Inhale, opening. Exhale, together. Inhale, open. Exhale together. Inhale, come back to the neutral spine. Unwind your arms and legs. Lift your left leg up into standing split. And then let's open the pelvis. And then square your pelvis. Open. And the square. Open. And then square. Softening your right knee. Step back into lunge. Walk your hands to the left side, moving into Skandasana. If you'd like to lean forward, you can. And then shift to other side. You can lean forward or stay up. And then shift to your right side. Walk your hands to the front. Moving through your choice of flow. Skip your flow, we'll meet in downward facing dog. Inhale deeply. Exhale, release out. Inhale. Releasing out. Lower your knees down into child's pose. Softening your breath. Beautiful work, everyone. Once you feel ready, lifting your torso upright. Sending your legs to the front. Let's roll on the back. Hugging your knees into your chest. You can rock side to side for a moment. And then come back to the center. I'm going to do the same side as you're going to do. You're going to cross your right leg over the left. If you can do the double hook, you can do double hook. And then reach your left arm over the right. Either have your shoulders or moving into Gardasana. So we did something. We did this when we are standing. As you inhale, extend your arms and legs up. And then exhale, bring your knees and elbows together, maybe lift your head. Inhale, open. Exhale, in. Inhale, open. Exhale, in. Two more. Inhale, open. Exhale, in. Inhale, open. Exhale, in. Unwind your arms, release your feet, press into your feet, lifting your hips up into bridge. And then slowly release. Now cross your left leg over the right. Again, you can do the double hook or without it. Right arm over the left. Have your shoulders wiggle. Inhale, open. Exhale, in. Inhale, open. Exhale, in. Inhale, open. Exhale, in. Two more, inhale. Exhale, in. Last one, inhale. Exhaling. I hope you're feeling a spicy core. Releasing your legs, either moving into bridge if you feel ready to moving into wheel. Lift up. And when you're ready, slowly release. And now let's bring your legs to the left side. And then shift your hips a little bit to the right so you can bring your head in line with your spine. If you prefer to just release everything, allowing the gravity to do the work for you, you might want to stay where you are. If you'd like to engage this twist, take a peek on your knees. Probably your right knee is kind of behind your left knee, meaning your right knee is closer to your belly. So try to bring your right knee right next to your left knee on top of each other. And then keep your legs where they are. Reopen your torso. And then try to bring your shins parallel to the mat or parallel to the side of the wall. And then slowly untwist. Bring your hips back, knees back, gaze back. And then adjust your hips to the left side, knees to your right. Again, you might want to take a gravity to twist. You can. If you want to go for a little more active, twist. Let's bring your next knees next to each other on top of another. Shins parallel to the mat or to the side of the wall, because I don't have the wall in this direction. And here you're still riding on the waves. And when you're ready, bring your gaze back, knees back, hips back to the center. You might want to moving into happy baby. If you would like to moving into shoulder stance, take your time. Maybe we're moving into vibrata granny, simply lifting your legs. Eventually moving into shavasana. No rush. Now in shavasana, your waves are a little bit calmer, but it's still moving. Sometimes the waves are bigger, sometimes smaller, quieter. Slowly deepening your breath. Bring your awareness back in your body, creating small movements. Maybe extending all your limbs out, taking a whole body stretch. When you're ready, bending your knees, rolling onto one side. Slowly lifting your torso upright. Finding your comfortable seat. Letting your sit bones grounding down to the earth. Lifting your energy up towards the sky. Gathering your palms together. If you'd like to join me for one Om, exhaling wherever you are. Inhale deeply. Om. Thank you for taking your precious morning time to join us. Have a beautiful Tuesday. Thank you.
Thank you, Miho.
Thank you. I will
Thank
see.
you.
Thank you. Thank you. I'll see you next week if you can.
Yeah.
I have to miss next week. I'll see you a week after.
Okay.